my showers. Grand Resin. Hey, hey. How's everybody doing? Hey, Miss Cyrus. Welcome to the live. Happy Sunday to you. I actually remember what day it is, y'all. Y'all, I went to bring these things in outside, and stuff got falling and moving around and everything before I made it in the house. So I need to sit these couple of items back up here how I had it. Uh, how's everybody doing today? Hey, Miss B's Baskets and More. Hey, Tabitha Dean. Hello, hello. She says, hello, everybody. Um, where's the stuff that came out of here? Oh. All right. And you can't see what I'm working on. Hold on, y'all. Let me move some stuff. Let me move some stuff. I'll put you right there. And then slide you over. I can't remember what I was supposed to be putting in there. Hello, everyone. I think this went this way. All right. I am still working on a few gifts. Let's see what you can see. You can barely see that. I have to try to remember to stay back that far at least so you guys can see. We got 8 people on, well, 26 people on with 5 likes. Hey, everybody, welcome to the live. Thank you so much for joining me. If you have not done so already, I would love for you to like the live. You can do it by double tapping your screen, and you should see a little thumbs up pop up on your screen. If not, you can always go up to those 3 dots in the upper right hand corner and click that, and then hit the thumbs up button once it pops up. I greatly appreciate it. I am a gift basket designer. I like to think of myself as a mobile gift shop. For the time being, that'll be changing. We'll talk about that at another date. Hey, Miss P's Creation, welcome to the live. So, I am, as well as a lot of people, hi Dia, welcome. I, as well as a lot of people, are getting ready for Father's Day, preparing gifts for Father's Day. So that's what I'm doing right now. I had a number of gifts that I had worked outside, and I want to bring them inside so that I can get them gone. Hey, Nicole with Our Place, Your Place. Welcome to the live. But now that I have brought these inside, is that a price tag? No, it's not a price tag, but I need to get that off of there. Do I have my dryer? I do. And I can kind of reach it. Hold on, y'all. It's going to be a little loud. Let me see if I can get this off of here. Now, let's see if we can get this off of here. I am working with some of these caddies, and that's not enough heat. It's still leaving behind the little sensor tag. I have a number of these black caddies that I'm going to be using today, as well as some of these So Fresh and So Clean caddies. It's time to get these things out of my stockpile. So that's what we got. Now this is an iTech fashion fitness tracker, and it is. Here, let's see if we can get y'all some light. Maybe this is better. Hold on, y'all. Is that better? It's quite a glare. But at least I think you can see it. Um, this is a fitness tracker. It also has 3 exercise resistant bands. That's over there. And this is the tracker. These things I got from Walmart a while ago. And they retail for $40. $39.88 to be exact. So I am going to add this to a caddy and probably a couple of other things, and then we're going to keep it moving. Let's see how far I want this back. Like I said, I had some stuff up here, but it got to tumbling, and now I don't remember what I had in there. I don't think these cards. I think y'all were there. I think you were in there. I think that was in there. There had to be something else. You were there, and then you were there. So, let me see. Did I take a picture of this? I don't even know where the gallery is on this phone. No. Y'all hold on one second. Let me, is it gonna let me get out of here? Here, let's see. Alright, my apologies. I was trying to check my phone to see if I had taken a picture of this gift before I brought it in here, but apparently not. So now I have no idea of what I had up there and how it survived. I mean, how I had it placed, because it did not survive the trip inside. How are you guys doing today? Anybody working on gifts? Or should I say, is anybody doing anything other than working on gifts? I think everybody's in crunch mode at this point. So I was just wondering if anybody else is actually working on gifts right now. Or is it just me? Let's lay you that way. And we'll put glue that on here. Stuff you down. Put glue that on there. I wanted to go outside and do some stuff today, but I think I'm going to end up having to do some other things later in the week. So I figured I'd better work on these gifts while I have an opportunity. So next time I actually leave the house, I can go and do what I need to do. Let's see. Uh-oh, I'm shaking y'all and everything, huh? Alright. So we got that back up there. I'm sitting outside as if I'm finished with baskets, but I'll sit here for a little longer. I know that's right. Enjoy your time outside. I wish I could be outside. I was out there workshop and shoot yesterday. Lisa says she's still still organizing. Hey, Crystal's Unique, how are you? Miss Nelvin says, good evening, everyone. Just chilling until tomorrow. 6 baskets for church. Okay. Yes, Kim needs that break. I was outside, or in the workshop working, and my AC is making a noise, a funny noise. I called the guy, and he's like, I probably don't want to run it in the event it's something that can mess up my motor. So I was like, I ain't staying out there trying to work on no gifts. Let me take myself inside. I was out there yesterday for a good period of time. We had really nice weather, so I was happy about that. What else did you have? Was it cologne? It may have been cologne and something else. Maybe socks. think I put socks up there. Let's see if we have socks. Here, we'll put these socks in there. Um, oh, that's what I was supposed to do before I came up here with you guys. Is get this stuff together so that I didn't have to move. I totally forgot about that bag of stuff I brought in here. And I'm trying to get up without bumping the table and shaking y'all to death. So here, I tell you what, before we go any further with this, let's put you guys up here. And then let's take you over here and let's get to filling some buckets. Our plate is currently cooking, sorting and making men's baskets between goal of 35 this year. Okay, good job. Glad you got a goal. Miss Nelvin, did I oh yeah, I spoke to you. All right, let me see. And there's nowhere to sit you guys over here. So you can see what I'm doing. But let's pull this over. I have a container of items that I just brought from outside. So we're going to go ahead and get them put onto some gifts. I think I showed you guys these ones yesterday. I started just dropping some stuff in a bucket. I got Gators. We have FSU, or Florida State University. We have the Florida Gators. We have Florida Agricultural and Mechanical University. We have the Atlanta Falcons. The Dolphins are still sitting over there in the corner, waiting to go in a bag. And then I just brought in all of this stuff from the workshop. Now, some of this is for additional concepts, and then some of this is actually items that I probably am going to be dropping into these gifts. Like this Falcons thing is going to go in there with that other Falcon stuff. Then I also have another Falcon scarf and some utility gloves. So I'll be doing a small gift with that, and probably some of these can insulators. It's going with the little set, and then also it's going in here as well. These are some AirPod cases that I got from City Trends for $2. We're going to put that in there with those. And then we're going to put a couple of, probably, I don't know what else we're going to put in there, but not too much. And that one's going to be good to go. Let's see what else we have in the bag. Oh, I bought these, a couple of these in here. This is going on the back of the truck concept, so I'll take that to the other side of the table. Here are the gloves that I may put with the Falcons there. This is the start of another concept. So it's actually these slippers, the Bed at Everty, a cosmetic bag, and I think that's it so far for this one. So I'm gonna have to find a container to put that in. We'll put that in that container. And I'm literally looking for socks right now. I had some socks that was in that other concept, so I'm trying to figure out where in the world they went. A couple of bags. I have beer bags, a beard kit, bottle openers. What else we got in here? I found some of the mugs, the football mugs. So I got that. I found some socks I'm gonna put in there, and some of these bottle openers. Hey, Betty Dindy. And they're probably going to go in those little small containers. I bought in a couple of the Gold Star gifting items. So we got a basketball game set, hockey set. We got a couple of those. I don't know why that's in here. Some more of the glasses. We got some containers. I think I'm going to put my razors in there. And I still don't see the socks. So, let's see. Let's see. Hold on 1 second, y'all. I don't think those went in there. Dart games, card games, all that kind of stuff. I know these weren't in there. I'm looking for a bag that had my, what do you call it? Here, let's turn you guys back around. That's not it, and that's not it. This is why I do not like working between multiple spaces, because I can't find anything. I have so many individual items out there, so that by the time I end up moving to another location, it's inevitable that I forget something and don't have it. And these were not the socks that were in there. I don't know if I want those socks in here either. Here, we'll do this and maybe some shades. I think I'm gonna put that in there. Happy Sunday. Recycled cotton. So do you guys think you'll be taking a break after Father's Day? Or are you gonna move right into designing for your, oh, and we just lost the light. Did it get dark? Let's see. By the time my phone catches up. Yep. I would love to take a break, but I don't think I'm going to be able to. I think I'm going to have to go moving right into designing some other stuff. Yes, I'm going to deep clean my house. I know, right? Yep. So we'll get that done. And thankfully, a lot of the stuff has been moved out of the house. I cleaned some the other week when the family came. My sunshine came from Louisiana, so we cleaned up because we had a pretty good little shindig over here. I think I went live with y'all that day also. So I did do a little bit of cleaning then, not much, just enough to pass, you know. Let's see. I don't want to put these in a box, but I also don't remember how I had them so that they sat on here without covering everything up. So let's see if we can get that done. I know it's going to cover up my resistance part, but I don't want it covering up all of it. And I honestly don't think I had these in a box either. I put a ribbon on it, it's still going to be too tall, and I don't want it on that side. I think I had that there, and I basically just had these laid out down here in the bottom of this container. I remember that much of it without covering up too much stuff. They may have even been hanging over. I think I had Reebok socks in here. That was probably the problem. I think they were draped over the edge. And now, of course, they are not. Hey, still classy. Miss Kimberly says she's definitely taking a break. Looking forward to coming home from work and crawling into bed. Yes. I'm going to take a little bit of a break, not too much, because I have to get right into designing and moving around stuff. I got to get my second storage unit into a better situation to house the gifts that I'm going to be creating moving forward, as well as continue to bring some of the stuff out of my first unit. Um, so hopefully we'll do a really good amount of sales, and I'll clear out a lot of those items that I have in storage, and then that way I'll have even more space. So like I say, I'm taking out toy bundles. I'm taking out like large board games, the Connect Four, and all that kind of stuff. I have some of those larger ones I got. So I'll be taking those outside also. So I really plan to reduce a lot of the stuff that I have. Um, hey, Miss Donna, welcome in. Some of y'all were on here with me this morning. I was up till, shoot, I don't even remember what time, but we were up late night doing some gifts, just a few. And, well, actually, I made some bows and took some pictures and things like that of some of the gifts that I had or have. And that's all that we did last night. I smoothed some of the stuff around, got some more stuff at the table. But since then, I've boxed up all those gifts, put prices on them, took pictures of them, put all of the pictures into my template on Canva. So I've been uploading those throughout the day to different platforms. So that's kind of what I've done with that stuff. So that freed up my table. I was able to open up the rest of my containers and start putting in some of my collegiate items. So that's what I've done so far. I think this is going to stay like it is. I want something down here, but not really. Still Classic says, how many men's gifts do you plan to have? I have not really thought about it. I don't want to, I can't say I don't want to put a number on it, but y'all know I count more so in money than actual numbers. Um, but at this point, my concern is getting through the holiday and doing as many gifts as I can, selling as many gifts as I can. The ones that I do not sell, which I do have a lot that I'm taking out. Where the crap is my stuff? Like, I must literally be missing an entire box of stuff, y'all. A bag of stuff or something, because I don't have anything over here. I have my tape. So there's a bag missing, which I kind of knew, but I thought I had it in here. Hold on one more second, y'all. Ouch. I'm going to have to move that table. It must still be outside. I am over it. Yeah, I don't know where my table is. Where that bag is. Yeah, I don't normally put a number on mine either. Just make until I feel I have enough. Yeah, I would love to do that, but I'm trying to, push out as much inventory as possible. So I really should have a number in mind, um, but I don't. I put numbers out there the last couple of times, and that was not really working out for me. So that's not to say I won't give myself a numeric goal from here on out. I definitely will. But I also have to be realistic and, worry about how much I'm actually going to be able to create as opposed to just giving myself a number goal. And since I didn't take the time to figure out how many gifts would net me 10K, I just let it all go. I haven't been counting. I haven't been, really trying to figure any of the things out. I just been kind of working, which is not a good thing. I do not suggest it. But in the same sense, I don't want to stress myself with it at this point because I'm over it. I can honestly say I am over it. This is one of the So Fresh, So Clean. That is not what that says. Fresh and Clean caddies, also from Dollar General. I went ahead and put some Axe uh, stuff in here, as well as a pair of shades. This black stuff, all this men's black stuff, is so dark. It makes it really hard to see, especially inside of plastic. It all kind of blends together. So I'm trying to make an effort to get pictures and stuff like that before I put the things in bags this time, which I normally do. But some of the previous gifts I just kind of been, you know, bagging them as I've made them and then bringing them inside to get the bows and all that kind of stuff and get packed up, numbered, and then taken away. I'm not taking anything else to storage. I'm gonna leave the gifts that I've created. I'm gonna take those to and leave them in the den because over the next couple of days I will literally be outside with them. So it makes no sense to take them, load them up, take them over to storage, to have them sitting in there when over these next couple of days as I'm out and about, I'm gonna be taking some of this stuff with me to try to at least be able to show people what I have and all that kind of stuff. So I'm not taking anything else over to storage right now. I'm just gonna go ahead and keep designing. I'm trying to think. I'll put some socks in here. Wrangler socks. Oh, I think I had a hand towel in here. I have green, blue, khaki. Do I have black? I do, but I don't want to put anything else black in there. What about if we do blue? Hey, Gifts by Chosen. Welcome to the live. Just in here working. It's alright. And I don't know. I don't think I want to put any shred in here. Yeah, I don't have all my stuff because there's an entire collection of shred that I was supposed to have brought in here. I can't do nothing if I don't have my shred. So yeah, there are still. Hold on. Hey, Miss Carol Hewitt. Yes, she said she hopes you had a great time with your daughter, Miss Classy. Um, so I did close this workshop up. So I must have really thought I was done out there. This is a mess. Well, I tell you what. All this stuff is secure. Yeah. We'll do as much as we can do. Oh, these tag wipes. I don't know if you guys got them. I got these from the Dollar General. All of this stuff came from the Dollar General. With the exception of, no, I think all of them came from a Dollar General. They're $1 each. The shades are Foster Grant Actives. And then I put a washcloth in here, but I think I'm going to switch that out for a pair of socks. Although they do have a body wash in there. But these are washcloths, the big size washcloths, a lot bigger than the ones they have at the $1.25 and Up tree. And then the body wash, the deodorant, and some body mist. Miss Classy says, yes, I did. We had a blast playing games last night. I hated for him to leave. Oh, hey, Miss Renee. She says, hey, y'all. Hey, everyone. Details and designs. I stayed up late. Thought I was going to take a quick nap and wake up, only for me to wake up like, shoot, I don't think I got up until like 9, almost 10 o'clock. So apparently my body needed it. I was telling you guys that there are boxes at, what do you call it, Hobby Lobby. This is kind of like the ones LBE used, but by the time I got to the party, they were all sold out. So I went to Hobby Lobby because, of course, I can buy a case of 5 or 10, however many they sell in a pack. So I got these ones. They are a little bit larger than the ones Elaine had, but they've been working out because they, of course, still fill up the space. So you could actually utilize them too. So that's why I was telling y'all that there are some at Hobby Lobby if you're interested, or if you don't have time to get them ordered from Amazon, then you can go pick up your small pack from Hobby Lobby. So I got this size, and I also have a size that's a little bit smaller than this. So you can do those with like the dress socks and stuff like that, because the thicker they get, the less likely they're going to fit in these things, right? Miss Still Classy says, I had to wake my one granddaughter up at 3 today. Who sleeps at 3? Me? I do not. I absolutely do not. I wish I did. I can't sleep like that. Especially when I work. I was up by like, shoot, 5 o'clock in the morning and had done all kind of stuff. Most of the time I hadn't been shopping and everything until I went to work. And then I would do like 7 to 4 or 3:30 or something like that. And then I was off. So I don't ever really sleep in or take naps. So when I do take naps, it's like, yeah, you were tired or not feeling well. And these are not scissors. Miss Donna says, I love the way this turned out. Now I know what to do with the white buckets. Yeah. I didn't know what to do with them. That's one awesome thing about this community. A lot of it, like I keep saying it, and I'm gonna keep repeating it. A lot of us have the same items because we shop to the same types of places, or have similar price points. So leave it to one of your basket sisters to come up with an awesome way to display something, or use for one of the containers that we have. So I love that aspect of it because I be drawing a blank a lot of the time. So to have some people in my corner like, here, do this with that. And then I'm like, okay, cool. That actually works and looks good. Thank you. As opposed to me just putting that stuff in the back and leaving it back there for eternity. Chosen says if she could, she would. I know that's right. Sleep at 3. Miss Carol says, that was my family camping. It was fun. I have all 10 there. Those gifts are rolling. Thank you. Miss Carol, are you doing Father's Day? Miss Carol was out there in the Myrtle Beach area, I believe, camping the other week. I was so jealous. Well, not jealous, but I have a sister that stays in Myrtle Beach. So when I hear that, and anytime Miss Gloria comes on, I think that's awesome. But she says no, no Easter, no Easter and Mother's Day like to have killed me glasses. Oh no, Miss Carol. I forgot I had the saving bags from Dollar General. The saving bags. The oh, the shaving bags. I don't think I got any of those. I don't know. I have to think about it, Miss Donna. I love the Fresh and Clean sign, Musk LLC. Well, thank y'all. I don't hear that often. I be LLC and so many other people. I don't even be thinking about the fact that y'all could find a design or like a design that I'm doing. I take the idea that they use and then I try to incorporate the items that I actually have. Um, at one point, I would like to get, like really similar items, like maybe just a different color. If I saw a concept, it's like, okay, I can get, they did it in green, I'll do it in blue, type thing. But at this point, it's like, no, let me focus on the things that I actually have and getting them into the concept as opposed to going out and buying some more stuff to make it look similar to what somebody else did. So I definitely like taking the Fresh and Clean container. All I did was put a piece of cardboard down at the bottom to make a little base so that everything stands up. I put a piece of foam board back here. I saw Miss Kimberly doing this, shaving down her edges so it rounds off when she's closing up her bag. But since all of these products were black, I didn't want them to have a little bit of white showing so that you can kind of see through it, as opposed to, oh, you can't see that one at all. So you can kind of see through it as opposed to just stopping at the black. So I don't know how well it's going to work once I put the plastic on there, but we'll see. Um, so that's how I ended up with this backer up here. Let's see. Yes, the bags for men. Okay, okay. I don't think, yeah, I definitely didn't see any of those, I don't think. I heard somebody else say something about that, but I have not saw those. Um, I love this community because we take the same concepts and twist it. Yep. Not sure why. I never thought to use them tins for a man. Well, he gonna be fresh and clean. He gonna be fresh and clean. I don't know what he gonna do with it afterward, but yeah, he gonna be fresh and clean. So you can put him some laundry products in there. He can put it in his bathroom. Heck, I don't know what he's gonna do with it, but he's got a nice container that he can use, just like those black caddies. I saw Nicole with Divine Creations, and she just had one beer mug in there, I think a fragrance, and then like a box set on the back. I was like, crap, I can do that. I have to have like 20 of those things. So I was like, here, I'll take out some more of those and put those together. Um, but I had already done probably 4 of these. So I'm going to do some more. Are those tin cans, and where did you get them? These are, yes, they are tins. These came from the Dollar General. They were originally $8. Um, I don't remember what sale they followed, if it was Brown Dot or what, but household stuff typically is Brown Dot, so I think it may have been. Um, but that's where this particular one came from. And the other black ones. Most of my containers that aren't Dollar Tree plastic containers are from Dollar General. Hey, Never in a Million. Let's get right over you, honey. I mean, a man can be fresh and clean. Yeah, he can. That's what he's gonna be messing around with me. 'Cause that's about all I got for him right now. He got some bath products and a cute little pair of shades and some socks. That's about it. Hey, all occasions gifts. How are you? Hey, Miss Showers, Mama Showers. How are you? Thank you so much for joining. And Miss Sherika. Hi, girl. Hi. So yeah, let's put the rest of this stuff up here so I can move this out of the way also. I'm gonna do what I can with what I have up here. I don't have my shred, so I can't finish it up. I do have bags in here this time, but like I say, I didn't bring my shred. If you got these large washcloths from, why is this not sticking to here? If you got these large washcloths from the Dollar General, there is an expiration date on the back of them. It's not until 2026 or 27, but I did want you guys to know, um, especially if you're putting gifts away, uh, like if you're making an abundance of them. I don't know what the devil is going on with this stuff, but it's not sticking. So I don't know if you want to maybe put you a little note on there somewhere on the back of what your expiration date is. That'll keep you from having to open up your gift to see if your product's expired. My Axe stuff expired. My Dove stuff has not. And as we know from that other pop shelf stuff, that these things don't have the shelf life that we would like to think they have. Um, so, I don't know if you want to write that down or how you're going to remember it, but it literally says manufacture date 11/23 of 2024, expire date of 2027. And there's a lot number and stuff. On this particular package, it's right here between where my fingers are. So I know you can't see it because it's like in black ink, but right here in this area is telling me what my expiration is. And I don't see anything on the other products. Oh, I'm not. Yep, all of these tag things have expirations. So that was November of 2027. We got a year, 2 years to use it, so it's not like it's a big deal, but Mama Showers. Hey, Embellished Designs by Belle. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you stopping by. Welcome. I don't think I've saw you before. Saw you on my live before. So I appreciate you coming through. You have wandered off into the basket making community. I'm not sure if you know, but we are a bunch of ladies that create gift baskets. And I see your name says something embellished, so you are also crafty. And we loves us a crafty person, girl. We be loving it. Because we will get to crafting something and putting something together as we see fit or as we need. So you people in the crafting communities definitely have inspired a lot of things that, a lot of different avenues that some of us basket makers have went to. So I appreciate you coming by, stopping through, hanging out. Oh, she does. She does. She does. I was talking with my daughter the other day, and she was talking about the basket community and how much we talk to each other and deal with each other and all that kind of stuff. And I thought it was interesting because I'm like, I guess the dynamics of it all. She feels like since we all do the same thing that we're all gonna click, and I'm like, yeah, we do. But there are some differences. Like people have different price points. I like 90% off and more, penny items, that kind of thing. But I'm not exclusively those types of prices. So I was just telling her that, it's different strokes for different folks, but just like in the basket community and any other community, um, the common thing that brings us together is not going to be, may not be enough to keep us together. Everybody has their different personalities and traits and, the little nuances and all that kind of stuff. So you can't necessarily expect everybody to get along all the time. But it is awesome to see that so many of us actually do enjoy keeping each other company and hanging out and, giving feedback and all that kind of stuff. So I think that is awesome. I don't know if those are the glasses, the shades that I had in there. And let's put you some more socks in here. And can y'all see me? Oh, y'all can't see me. Let's see. Oh, yeah. So true. Yep, yep, yep. So, you know, there's inevitably somebody's going to do something that you don't necessarily agree with or don't like or that you wouldn't do. But it's not necessarily for us to, can't say judge, but we have to know that these aren't, the things that one basket maker does is not necessarily going to affect your day-to-day life. Now, in some instances it does, um, but majority of the time it's not. So it's okay. Just have to be respectful, understand, and know that, it is what it is. You never know what somebody's going through, what they got going on, and all that. So you definitely want to grant each other grace, be kind. It may not be your cup of tea, but at the end of the day, I don't think anybody's necessarily asking you to drink it. You know what I mean? So I tread lightly, and I'll probably just leave that alone. Let's see. I have, that is so true, yeah. Hey, Kelly's Creations, how are you? Did I see a video of yours the other day? I think I started watching something I saw in that YouTube group. Oh, and for you guys that have been friend requesting me on social media, y'all, I don't be over there. I don't be on Facebook. I am old school. I'm back in the day when we had Facebook and you only, friended people that you actually knew and hung out with and all that kind of stuff. So, um I don't I'm a very private person. There's been quite a few things that have happened in my life that have led to that, but it has taken a lot. And when I say a lot, honey, I mean a lot for me to even get on YouTube, to even be in front of a camera, to all that kind of stuff. But I am here now. But I just wanted to let you guys know I see y'all's requests, but y'all ain't missing nothing because ain't nothing going on over there on my channel. Like I promise you, there isn't. But I'm not singling you out. I'm not being friends with you personally. I'm not friends with a lot of people. I think I have a couple of hundred friend requests on Facebook, and I know I have even more on Instagram. But I'm just that kind of person. I don't know. Oh, here, let's give somebody's dad some cards. I'm not ignoring you. Well, I kind of am, but I want to say it's not intentional because there's nothing that you're missing. I promise you, there's nothing being missed over there. It's crazy how these glue dots stick to some things and other things they won't stick to at all. I was just trying to put them on the bottom of those tags and it didn't work, but now it wants to stick to everything. And I just put a glue dot on the back of my little tag for my shades, and I slid it behind the, oh, where did I put it on that one? Yeah, I slid it behind the washcloths so that they'll at least know what type of shades they are. So there's that. Same thing, I just didn't have the deodorant in this one, so I put a pack of playing cards to bring out this green in these particular shades. I put a little bit of a green ribbon on that one, and we're gonna roll him out just like that. So let's move these out of the way. These are heavy. I really wish I had my shred, but I don't want to go back outside. Not right now, at least. Alright, what else do we have up here that I can work without shred? Not much. I'm telling y'all, just bring the duffel bag over here. Trying to get y'all some light. That up there, that up there. Put you right here. Okay. Get some stuff moved around. Phone still charging. We have a glare. All right. Since I have you guys here, let me see. Oh yeah, I left the root beer glasses outside and everything. I knew I was missing some stuff. So I'm gonna do these shavers. And then I guess I'll have to go outside and get some more stuff. gonna stay up there. I'm gonna put that back on the floor before it falls. All right. These, what is this, round 10? I need to go get a towel so I can wipe this stuff off. So I'm using some of these tins that I got from the Dollar General also. Um, this particular one was $1, and this is from fall of 2022. It had a top to it, but I no longer have the top. I may have used the top. I am blocking out the price as well as the barcode. A lot of these things I've been leaving this on, especially if it's under the bottom, because it has a lot of information about, do not microwave, to fold, to hold wrapped foods only, that kind of thing. So I've just been leaving them up there. It's not that big of a deal. And it's on the bottom, so it's really not that big of a deal. And all I'm going to do with these are put these shavers up here. And I don't know what else I'm going to put up here besides these shavers. But we're going to put a shaver up here. I may need to cut me a base so it sits up there without falling in the hole. Yeah, because that's going to fall. And that's going to fall too. Maybe not. Keep forgetting y'all can't see. Maybe I'll turn you guys back to where you normally are. got some paper left from when I broke down some of my previous gifts. So we'll definitely be utilizing that. Like a whole, what do you call it? Couple of trash bags full of paper. So we're going to use it up. Yep, this is gonna have to end. I gotta go outside and get my I don't have any tissue paper in here. So I may be able to get away with building some stuff without putting shred on it, but I can't get out of the tissue paper. So I'm gonna have to go outside and get my bag. But all I'm gonna do is literally add that to the top of there. I'm gonna put this little shave kit thingy on the back. I don't like, this is the beard trimming cape. I don't like the coloring on that, but I kind of need them to know what it is. So, cover his face right on up. And then I'm gonna put something else down here to the bottom. I don't know what. What is that? And I think I'll put a little small cologne on the front. I should do a small aftershave. I don't know if I have an aftershave. If I have an aftershave, I may put a little small aftershave up there. If not, they'll get a little small cologne. And that's literally all I'm doing with the both of them. Putting them on top of a box. Adding a beard cape to it. And I was going to do some shave cream, but I was told that they don't really use shave cream like that with these things. That I would do better with an aftershave or what did he tell me? Not aftershave, alcohol. So I do have some little small alcohols. I don't know if I'm going to put that in there, but I don't think I'm going to do the aftershave because most of your aftershaves pair with like colognes and stuff like that. And I don't want to put an aftershave that has a scent to it if they're going to also be wearing a cologne, you know. I guess that's up to them to figure it out, but that's what I got going on. Hey, Katrina. Welcome to the live. How are you? Hope you're having a great day. I call myself in here working, but I left half the stuff I need outside, so I can't really do too much of anything. So I'm going to hang y'all up and go get the rest of my stuff and then actually do some more work. Alright, here's another one. When does everybody plan on going out to sail? Is anybody going out during the week this week? I know everybody's probably hitting the streets Saturday and or Sunday, but I was wondering if anybody plans to go out during the week. May. Well, I'm going out. I need to sell gifts, so I am going out. I don't think I'm gonna take a whole full setup, but I am going outside. You probably, Kimberly says she probably won't go out until Saturday. I want to too. Chosen says, "Are you almost done as far as designing?" Girl, no. I literally just found an entire another box of stuff yesterday, or multiple boxes. I had been running around, well, not looking for, but I was wanting some towels to go with some of the concepts that I got. Um, so I was gonna get some from, what is it, City Trends and Roses when I went the other day, but I just knew I had some, so I was like, I got to have some. So I held off. I didn't buy any, which is a good thing because of course I come home and now I have found that I have boxes and boxes of towels. So there are some towels at the bottom of a stack of stuff. So as I got to moving some stuff around, I found multiple crates of towels. Um, so I just took those out of the shrink wrap bags and I threw them in the dryer to fluff them up some because I put my stuff in shrink wrap or Ziploc bags that I can squeeze the air out of. So once you take them out, they need to fluff up a little bit. So I just threw them in the dryer um, to tumble them for a minute. Chosen says she's going out Saturday and Sunday. Oh wow, yeah, I'm still finding stuff. I'm still finding stuff. Like I said, I wanted to go out. I will be going out. But I think I'm just gonna do what I can do for my vehicle and not try to take a whole situation outside and set up. Um, I think I shared yesterday that there's somebody in my location now. It's all kind of activity going on up there. It's like a car that I thought was abandoned, but then the other day I passed by and it's like they put a table up there, like a picnic table, and I don't know what that's about. So I don't think I'm gonna go over there for Father's Day, um, which sucks. But literally every time I go out, I encourage people to take my card, contact me, follow me on the socials and all that kind of stuff, so they'll know where I am. But it looks like that era or me selling at that corner may not be going on anymore. So I'm gonna have to try out a couple of other spots and see if we can't make something shake. But I'll be going out, so that's why I say I'm gonna be taking some stuff. I'll probably just do it from my vehicle as much as I can. My mom is coming to help me on Friday. Um, I had some issues with my staff well, for Mother's Day, that cost me a significant amount of money. So I have not contracted them for assistance for Father's Day. I said, with Father's Day being what it is, I can go it alone. Um, so I'm not setting up as big as I normally would, at least not in that location. So I'll be out a couple of days this week for at least an hour or two, trying to scout up on where it is that I can actually set up. In my mind, I'm done, but I'm still in here doing stuff. Yeah, yeah, most definitely. My mind is not even telling me I'm done. My mind is telling me, girl, you don't even have any gifts. You know what I mean? Like, so I just got to keep plugging away at it. Like I say, I know that there's some things that I wanted to get out, so I'm trying to work those. Excuse me. So I'm trying to work those. Um, but I'm not going to be able to clear all the inventory, so I'm not even trying to do that. But I do want to clear some things that I don't want to have laying around. These shavers, they can go to somebody's dad. Like, somebody can use these besides them sitting in my workshop on the shelf. If it's something that I can just drop on top of a container and stick in a cello bag, then I'm gonna roll with it. I got a coffee pot out there. I got a couple of speakers out there. I'm gonna put a couple of small items on top of it and shrink it, or either just cello it up, and I'm gonna be done with those. So we're gonna be moving a lot of items, but not necessarily a lot of baskets. Um, So like this is literally just a shaver and a beard kit. That's all it has on there now. I could put a little cologne in here, a smaller cologne, and be done with it. Um, Heck, I could put a washcloth in there and be done with it in all actuality. Slide you back just a smidge. Put that washcloth up there. I don't like the colors on that. I think I have some more in the dryer. Yeah, there's some more in the dryer. So we may take some of those and put in there. But that's going to be it. That one can go with that one for sure. But I think I have some other colors of this. I know I have black, but I don't want to do a lot of black. I'm already doing a lot of blue. But the black, you can't see through that black at all. It makes the pictures and stuff so dark. So that's what those are going to look like. Miss Katrina says, hi, Kimberly. So that's that. I have these watch bracelet, and I don't know what this is. They were $18.98 at the Walmart. I was thinking that I may, let me see if I can get this without moving. Oh, these I found yesterday. World's Greatest Grandpa. A flask and a glass. So these came from Walmart. They have a $5.49 price tag on them, which is probably half price. So y'all know I didn't pay half price for them. I don't know what I paid, but it wasn't $5. Lovely gifts, S. Marie. Thank you, Miss Katrina. And these are some of the charger plate thingies from $1.25 and Uptree. I got these a couple of years ago, I think. It's kind of a off-white with like a gray and a black pattern or design on it. When will you start sales, S. Marie? I will be out on, like I said, I'm going out Wednesday and Thursday to see if I can secure me another spot. I have some place that I think, well, that I've been invited to come to on Friday. So officially it may be Friday, but hopefully I can get out before then because like I said, Mother's Day, I only went out the one day and that was disastrous. Hey, Maria. So I'm going to try to see if I can't be on the streets a little bit more. I used to be able to, I was going to say sell out in that one day, but actually I didn't sell out in one day. It was a multi-day effort. I want to see if I can take this out of this box. So each one of these items is on a pillow inside of here. So I'm just cutting the zip ties that's holding it inside the box so that I can get the pillow out. I thought I had cut the bracelet. I was going to say, oh my goodness, but I didn't. It's just one of these. Is it a drawstring bracelet? Yeah, it is. Oh, that's kind of cute. It's a cute little box. So, if I were to have some shred, my mind is telling me that I can put these items on this tray by itself. Y'all still can't see. That'd be all off. But I can just line these items up on this tray. That's what my mind is telling me I can do. But I don't have any shred in here, so I can't really do that. But I'm definitely going to need some shred. All of these are drawstrings, which is pretty cool. I didn't know people still wore those types of things. Y'all know what I mean by the drawstring bracelets? They got the little pulls on each side, and that's how you make them tighter. I don't know what they're officially called, but so if I put that there, the watch, and then those things, and put some shred around there, I should be able to zip. Cord bracelet. Yes, thank you. I should be able to shrink wrap this down. Um, of course, I'll get my placement. I may even put something else up here. I don't know what else I'll put up there. Oh, maybe a pair of shades and call it a day. Something like that. Or maybe we'll put the shades up here so you can actually see them. Shades to the top, bracelets, watches, and then why is this one on a pillow by itself and then you have 4 on this pillow? I don't understand. Cigar cologne. I don't have any of that. My store, I have a couple of them. I got the little 2-piece sets that I can put in there that I don't see in here. But I could put a 2-piece set in there. Yeah, I think that would go. So for $2, and then that cologne, so that's $1. This 3-piece is $1. This is $1.25. So we're at $3.25. If I put a little 2-piece set of cologne in there, one of those little small 2-pieces in here, then we're at what, $3? One, two, three, $4.25. Cello in a bow, and she's gonna be out the door, or he's gonna be out the door. So there's that. And I'm just going to move this to the side. Because like I say, I'm about to go outside and get the rest of my stuff. It's steady thundering. It rained cats and dogs here yesterday. There was no rain in the forecast. And I was out there working away. And next thing I know, the bottom just fell out. So I had to call the lawn guy and tell him not to come. Because ain't nobody paying you for you to come out. And then I got to pay you again because it's been raining. So he didn't come because of the weather. But now, these are nice boxes. I don't know what I would use this for. And that comes out. And that comes out. Let's see. Do you have any money clips? Money clips. Do I have money clips? I don't think I do. But that's starting me to wonder what other kind of little tchotchkes I have that I can put in there. Y'all see me dismantling this box. Y'all know I'm going to use this box, right? Now, what I'm going to do with it, I don't know. But I'm going to definitely use this box. That's part of my issue now with all the stuff I have. I keep finding ways to repurpose and reuse stuff. And I just took those little inserts out. And here's the lid. So I could very well put an item or two in here and use this as a box all by itself for concept. Or a wallet. Very nice. I woke up to thunder and lightning, rain, no electricity, and a headache. Oh my goodness. Wow. I hope you're feeling better. Oh, and is your lights back on? Did you say you didn't have any electricity? Are your lights back on, Katrina? Cigar cologne or a wallet. Thank you, Crystal. Thank you, Katrina. All right. So I have a couple of those. I probably have 10 or 15 more of these sets. The 3-piece set, and I got some that are the 2-piece in the shorter box. It's not this deep. Um, so yeah, we're gonna be running watches with a lot of stuff. And in an effort to keep my costs down, I'm trying not to overfill my baskets with high ticket items. Um, and no, this is not necessarily an expensive item. But if I put this $20 bracelet and watch set in with a t-shirt that's retailing for $25 here all day, every day, and then put, say, a mug that you're buying for $15 here, we're already at, what, $45 for just those 3 items. So I'm trying to spread out my cost. So if I got a $20 shirt in there, then chances are the next items that are going to be in there, the fillers that are going to be in there, are not going to be that price, so that I can make sure I can keep my price down while still giving them some good quality products. So I'm using fillers like these penny items as fillers and other clearance things that I've found. But even at that, I didn't pay much of a cost, but those things are still relatively, pricey in some stores. So a nice pen set or maybe a wallet. Okay, yeah. Everything stopped except the headache. Lights on, just a headache remains. Oh my goodness. Did you go out yesterday to sell, Katrina? If so, you may be dehydrated. And look at me telling you as if you're not in the medical field, and I am not in the medical field. So don't listen to me, baby, because I don't know what I'm talking about. But it could be dehydration. Sinus headache. Is there a lot of, oh, you said it's raining and stuff. So, yeah. I got these glass mugs that I saw somebody else using. I need to figure out what I'm going to do with it. I have some football socks that I could put in there. I may put some socks or something in here. I may use this and put something in there. And put my socks in my beer opener and some shred up there, and then some stuff down here. What's like some socks? No, they're getting socks up there, so I'll have to find something to put in this little hole. What can I put in there? I don't have anything in here. I don't know why I'm looking around as if this is the workshop, because there's crap in here I need. No, it was storming yesterday too. Oh. And I think I bought these little small bins out too. These were penny fines. And I don't think I can put this in there. I was thinking I may put it in there. Just trying to give some things some height. that is what I'm attempting to do. But let's see, an hour and a half. Well, I thank you guys so much for joining me. I appreciate you coming by and hanging out. I'm gonna keep on working, or actually go outside and get some stuff, and then come back and keep on working. Let's put those in there. Some shred, the beer mug. Do you fit in this little hole? Oh. Y'all can't see nothing. I just be working off camera. Y'all don't see nothing. And still can't see nothing. What about now? Yeah. Thank you, Katrina. There's not a lot going on over here. I just wanted to get on, instead of trying to get my watch hours up and my, what else? Yeah, my watch hours up. So I figured I would come on and hang out with you guys for a little bit. But I did think, I really, really, really did think I had way more stuff together than this. But it's okay. Where did all these football mugs come from? I didn't think I had this many mugs. So that's 3 at this point. Oh, I got another one in here. I literally bought 4 mugs in the house. Man's best friend bottle opener. So it's got the bottle opener, some socks, and I'm gonna put something else in here. Maybe I'll put the football socks down here and put something else inside the canister. Maybe a snack, some peanuts or something like that. I don't know, but we'll put something else in there. And what else do we have? Besides those things, that's all, y'all. Try not to fall out of this chair. We have a football opener that I could do. This is an FSU football helmet opener thingy. So I can kind of put that down there. Then I'll have my glass and some socks. And I'll put some other FSU something in there and call it done. So I think that's how I'm going to roll those. I think everybody has socks. Whether it's these beer socks or the football socks. I have some openers. So I think we'll go that route with those. What else did I bring? Oh, I think, did you guys see the, what is it? Cool Ranch Dorito basket? It's not complete. I need another bucket, actually. I need a white one. But y'all remember these little Cool Ranch slides? These ones. So I'm going to take those and put them inside of a concept along with some potato chips and some socks. And that should definitely be inexpensive. So it's going to be a little something like that. I'll put something on the back. That's all going on with that one. I've totally run out of socks. Really? picked up more socks in anticipation of that. I found these Wrangler socks. They were like $3 at Walmart. So I picked up some of those. And then I found socks in my thing, a whole bunch of Adidas and Reebok socks. So I'm gonna go out there. I didn't buy nearly enough of the little containers, the sock containers, um, because I didn't know how they would do and if I would really like using them. Oh, my bad, y'all. I got y'all in the ceiling. Um, but now that I see how they're working out, I think I'm gonna go back and get some more of those to go with the rest of my socks. Because if nothing else, like in cases like these little football things, they have socks in them. But any of these other glass, like I have root beer mugs out there and all that kind of stuff, I can put socks with all that. So I think I may go get some more of these. A lot of them I've just started wrapping up, kind of rolling them up and putting a ribbon on them and just being done with them. And then these world's greatest grandpa flasks and mug sets, I am going to break these up and add them, distribute them into some of these other concepts that I have. Especially anything that I think an older gentleman would like. So we're going to put some of those in there. I got a couple of these. I went back to watch your first video and it was awesome. I'm watching all your content when you first started. Thank you, Maria. Don't get scared. It's a lot. It is a lot. When I first got started, where was I? Oh, I was at rental property. And I found some more picture frames that I'm going to be using in some concepts. So I turned this particular one around. That's just the little paper that's inside of there. So it had a $4 price tag on it. So I turned it around and now I can put anything I want on there. So if I want to put a sticker that says whatever, whatever, I can put it on there. I can put any of those little cleans on, the removable cleans. So I can put those kind of things on there. Were you a teacher before? Absolutely not. Why do you think I was a teacher, Maria? I would love to hear why you think so. I was not in the education system. I was not a teacher, but and I will answer your question. Well, I mean, well, I already answered it, but no, I was not a teacher. Why do you think I was a teacher? I've literally never got that one before. Never got that one before. That's funny. I mean, nothing like I hope I'm not being offensive. I mean, it's not funny like that. I think it's an awesome profession. I wish like heck I could. And oh no, I can do this. I think. Here, let's take this tag off of here. But before I do that, let me take this stuff out of the way. I'll move you to the other part of the table if I don't fall over this duffel bag. And then that way, when I go and get my shred, all I have to do is put some shred in there and put a little cologne up, and you guys will be ready to leave the table. I could put that on there, but that's too big. I'm going to have to figure something out. Hold on, y'all. I'm coming. Whoa. Wobbling all over the place. And let's see. Has Maria responded? She has. I'm not sure whose video I saw that they wrapped a ribbon around the socks. Yeah, well, I've been wrapping them all around there. I just, yeah. We've been wrapping ribbons, putting little bows. And the reason I left some of these all haywire is because I attempted to make a little small bow. Now, when I actually get in my groove, in my element, I can make a little bitty bow with that. I just didn't today. And I also have some little small bows that I bought from somewhere that are not in here either. that I can add to some of those if I want to spruce it up a little bit. Because you broke down the organization video super easy. Well, thank you. No, that is actually what I did. Just what you said. I take complicated, or excuse me, I took complicated tasks and broke them down and explained them and taught them to people who were unfamiliar with stuff. So a company would call me in and say, hey, we're not as efficient as we'd like to be. And I'd say, okay, well, what are your current strides? What kind of things are you guys doing? Where would you like to be more efficient? And I would observe the company or the departments for a period of time. And then I would go back to management and say, hey, what if you did this, this, and this? And they'd be like, yeah, that would be awesome, but we don't know how to make everybody do that. So then I would bring in a team of people and we'd go in there and learn the ropes, write out new policies, procedures, PowerPoints. We train all the people, and then we would monitor them and make sure they were staying on task so that they can meet the goals that they needed to. So that was more of the specialized thing that I did. By trade, I am an accountant. I actually worked as an accountant for a number of years, but my schooling, my degree is in business management. So it was more of a Sigma type situation. Um, but yes, I have taught people. I do instruct people. I have instructed people. So that may be where the teaching and the breaking down comes in at that you heard. So that's why I was interested to know where you got, why you would say that. So you can, I've been retired for, shoot, 8 years, 9 years now. I retired at 40. So I've been out of that environment for almost 10 years. So for you to still hear it and be able to pick up on it is interesting in and of itself. Where did you get the trucks? I'm sure you already said. Sorry, I missed that. No, you're fine. That ribbon around the socks instead of the box. The ribbon around the socks instead of the box. Ribbon around the socks instead of the box. What? The ribbon around the socks instead of the box. I can just put a ribbon around the socks that I have remaining instead of buying more boxes, is what you're saying. Yes, I can. I don't plan on putting all of those socks in those boxes, but on some of the concepts, I'm going to need them so that I can attach them, or either, like some of the things like this, you can't even see it, but any of my little, like, mug gifts, quote unquote, I'll be able to stick the socks somewhere like that. As opposed to, I'm not going to be able to put these socks up here and have any height, unless I get to putting cardboard inside and all that kind of stuff. So in this instance, for me to do little small simple things, if it is in its own container, then it's easier for me to stack. So that's why I was saying I'm gonna get a couple more boxes, packs of boxes, because I do have a lot of socks. Um, and even if I don't use them all now, I would like to have a few of them in my arsenal for when I do need them. Yes, the Easter truck. These are Easter trucks. This truck is from Dollar General. My apologies, Katrina. These are the Dollar General Easter trucks from a couple of years ago. It had Happy Easter across here, and it had a bed of tulips, like some little styrofoam in the back, and then there were tulips that stuck up out of there. So I snatched that whole tulip bed out of the bed of the truck, and I took some acetone and wiped that Happy Easter off of there, and then I made this concept. This was like I say, I think this was my first short. was me saying that, I was able to take the acetone off. Um, so I did that, this creation. I had a number of these and I sold the other ones, but this one was in a box with some other stuff that I found. So I went ahead and revamped it because the Axe that was up here, the Axe deodorant that was up there had expired. So I had to take that out. So that's why I had to open it up. And now that it's open, I've been toying with what else I can do with it. Um, I wanted to give it a little height. I was going to add it to something to raise it up a little bit. Um, but thank you. All we have in here is the LED cup holders. And then there's this little car light thingy back there, the string of lights. We have some, whoa, Axe air fresheners, car fresheners. And then initially what was on here were these Avatar car door lights. And it is actually this little item here at the bottom. That's what's in the package. But then it turns into this. So when you open the car doors, you can actually see the light shining down on the ground. So I put those in there. But like I say, since I had to take the rest of the items that were in this little space off, I was like, well, if I'm trying to give it height, I could literally put this up here and that would give it some height. But what it also created was a blank space in the back of my truck. So for that, I may put another pack of lights, and I don't think I'm gonna put these lights in there, but I'm gonna put another pack of lights on here, or something else, and that's what's gonna go with this little truck. I was saying you could save the boxes by putting a ribbon around the socks. Yes, ma'am. I got it. I was a little slow, just a little slow, a lot slow, but I figured it out. But I can literally put another package of lights up here, and I have an abundance of all these lights. So at this point, everybody's getting lights. Is you either getting lights or socks or something else I got a gazillion of as far as fillers are concerned. So if I put those little lights up there, it's not really soft from the front, but it covers up some of my mechanics in the back to keep me from having to redo that. If I turn it this way, maybe I can hold it at the same time. So you still see blaze interior lights right here, and you kind of see it through there. But I would then be able to kind of add these up here some kind of way. And so that gives my gift a little bit more height, a little bit more presence, if y'all can see around all the shadowing. But yeah, that's kind of what I'm planning on doing with this. And since I have this stuff up here, I need to see. I'm gonna stack these things up here, and I may even put a little cologne in there somewhere, or I may just leave it lights and car stuff and just be done with it. I did add some little shades up there for him, but that's about all he got. I took off the sticker. I had a Happy Father's Day sticker up there, which prevented me from selling it. I could have sold it. Well, I couldn't because it was in my house. I forgot about it. It was lost in here. But the Happy Father's Day kept it from floating from season to season. So since this doesn't have any perishables in there or anything like that, I definitely don't want to put anything on the inside of the packaging that says for a specific holiday. So if I decide to put anything on there, it may be a bow or a ribbon or maybe a sticker on the outside of the bag that I can take off if I need to. But this is the last one created. I think I have another one or two of these that I still haven't unearthed yet. So I'm going to look for those, but they may just go for next year unless I put this one up and they decide they want it. So that's what we got going on. Hey, Miss Sonia. How are you? Yeah, they have those trucks multiple different holidays. Like Maria said, she got hers for the fall harvest. I think they had some last year with Christmas or the year before with Christmas. I got them with Easter. I know they had some for Brown Dot because I was waiting for those to go down in price, but by the time they did, they were all sold out. So I missed out on those. Um, but yeah, so they keep having them for different holidays. And as y'all see, I got multiple things up here on this table. So we got Florida State in a white bucket, and we got another Florida State with a little football, and another Florida State with a coffee mug and some Folgers. Um, and then that's the Falcons one, FAMU, the Gators. I started some True Religion. That's just one of those cases in there, right there. And I think a pack of socks or something. So I gotta find some more stuff to put in there. Not lost. I keep finding stuff. Yeah, 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 definitely. I'm over it. I am over it. But I keep finding stuff. But like I said, I'm gonna just create. But there always comes a time when I just have to make sure everything I do from here on out is finished. Like I can't go back and say, well, here I'll just create today and go back and wrap them up tomorrow. Nah, we way past that. At this point, I usually stop that at like the 2 week mark, if 2 or 3 week mark, depending on how far in advance I've gotten. Because it'll end up. I did, like I told y'all, I did that my first year. I was unsure of what size bags I needed. I wasn't good with measuring them and figuring out how to get the bags. What size. I was still trying to figure out between the cello and the shrink wrap. So by the time I realized that I had no choice but to go ahead and order right now, I ended up getting ordering a lot of bags. And by the time they came in, it was like probably a week before I was supposed to go out and sell for Valentine's Day. And honey, I was in there for like 2, 3 days straight wrapping gifts every day. From the time I got there to the time I left, I was wrapping gifts all day. And I told myself that was Valentine's Day. My first time selling, I was like, never again. Ain't no way in the world I'm gonna do this again. Because of course at that point I had all kind of other concepts that I wanted to finish up. Because in my mind it was only gonna take me one day to wrap up all of those gifts. Now keep in mind it was like 200 and something gifts my first year for Valentine's Day. So in my mind I was gonna be able to wrap all of those up in that one day and be done with it and then move on over to some big money gifts. But and then by the time I started messing around with that stuff, um, started actually dropping those gifts in those bags, I said, I ain't doing this no more. So all of that week, I was literally in there putting gifts in bags to take out. My husband was with me that first year, and we were not far from the rental house. So we were out selling, and he was just like, because like I said, it was my first year. So he was like, man, people are actually up here buying this stuff. He was so enamored. Like when the people started coming and all that kind of stuff, he was like, man, these people are like really coming in here to get this stuff. And I'm like, yeah, I'm all confident because I done heard Boss Lady Fee and LBE and Baskets and More Joy. I was like, yeah, they said if we build them, they'll come, and I built them, and they're coming, and so I was hyped. I was, so hyped. So as the day started going on, those gifts were leaving, and he was like, "You got some more gifts?" And I was like, "Yes, a couple more things, but they're not wrapped." And he was like, "I'll stay here and man the tables and sell off the stuff. You go get some more product." And I was like, "Okay." So I left him there and went back to the house and I started dropping the bags and dropping those gifts inside those bags. I stopped shrink wrapping stuff. It was cello only. And I would load them up in the car and take him over there to where he was and leave him by the time I would get him set up and sit down for a minute, a good 20 or 30 minutes and sell baskets, talk with the customers and all that kind of stuff. He was like, "You got some more?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Man, you need to go back and get some more." So I did that and sold out. I think I ended up with like 20 something gifts and I made well over 200 and something. I think I stopped counting in the 220s or 230s for Valentine's Day. So I was happy. He was hooked at that point. So I knew then that, if I had not have waited until the last minute, I probably would have been able to create a lot more gifts, and that way we could have, made it closer to the goal that I had set that year. So that's kind of how that went. So nothing else that I deal with. I need to go ahead and get it completed, bagged, bowed, priced, pictures taken, all of that kind of stuff. If I'm going to take pictures, I'm still taking pictures because I don't have a lot of these types of gifts out on social media yet. So I do want them to see that I have them available. So I'm going to take some more pictures. And like I said, keep going out there and listening to stuff. Every time I think about it, I just pop over there and drop another picture um, over there. I need to actually get on my other Facebook and do that too. I need to do that because I don't think I only put one of those up today on that Facebook. Yeah, I need to do that. So that's all I have for you guys today. Oh, we got what, 7 minutes, 6 minutes before it'll be 2 hours. So I guess I'll stay on for that little period of time. And then we're gonna get up out of here. At least I'm gonna get up out of here so I can get back to work. Let's see, what else do we have over here? Let's see if we uh, dolphins. I can't wrap the dolphins up because I don't have any shred in it either. Oh my goodness gracious, what is going on today? Why? Why? I need to do Facebook post to sell baskets. Yes, ma'am. Definitely, definitely. Definitely do it, do it, do it. I was telling them the other day, I don't know if you saw, I think you did see the live when I was messing with that gift, the wedding gift. And y'all, how about it was not a wedding reception that my son-in-law and daughter went to. It was actually the wedding. And they were not dressed appropriately. They were not the only ones that weren't dressed appropriately, but my daughter, no, she was hot about that. She was like, it was not a reception, it was a whole wedding. And I had on jeans. I was like, I know you did not wear jeans to somebody's wedding. She's like, Mama, I didn't know. I promise I didn't. So, um, in her defense, the invitation did say a wedding reception, and she showed me. So I was like, I mean, I get it, but she was not happy that she was not dressed for the wedding. Um, and she said my son-in-law absolutely loved the gift. He was, and they did also. She took pictures of the gift on the gift table in front of some decorations and stuff, and they had a thing to where you can add like a QR code for you to scan, and then you can leave like upload your pictures and leave messages and all this kind of stuff. So she did that with the gift and left up there. So she was like, "Yeah, I put it, on the socials and stuff." So um, she tagged the business and all that kind of stuff. So I was happy that she did all that. So that helped a lot. But she says my son-in-law was walking around holding that gift out. Just walk. I was like, well, it's kind of heavy. She's like, nah, mom. He was just like literally walking around, taking it to table and showing people. I was like, for real? So, but the bride loved it. A lot of the other people loved it. They handed out business cards while they were there. So hopefully that will garner some additional orders for me. But I thought that was hilarious. So the gift made it. It was a hit. Everybody loved it. But I said all that to say, definitely during that video, I talked about how I do my Facebook Marketplace posts and how I take my pictures and all that kind of stuff. So if you don't take pictures and post them, then people that you deal with on a daily basis may not necessarily remember that you have gifts. Just like he was talking about going somewhere to try to find them a gift for the reception. And she reminded him that, mom actually makes gifts. There's an entire store next door. So where are you going to find a gift, and what are you looking for? And he was like, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. So he called me and asked me about making a gift. So um, the more you put your name out there, the more it will be remembered by the people that you deal with on a daily basis that you do make gifts. So that increases, your chances of them putting in an order with you or either calling you for a last minute order. So definitely put them out there. Facebook, Instagram. Some of us are going over to TikTok to start designing. One K's creation. Miss K was talking about that, and I am definitely on board because I have been on the live streaming app Bigo for a number of years now. I'm not a host, I don't get paid to be over there, but I have gone over there and designed baskets on live. And I have gotten orders from those people on live to be shipped to other places in, the US. So it is definitely a source. I didn't think when I was doing it that people would actually pay for the basket and the shipping and all that, but they will. They do, absolutely. So um, I am definitely going to be on board when we go over to TikTok so that I can make sure um, those people over there know that I create gifts as well. So um, post daily on your personal page, definitely make individual Bath and Body Works. What y'all want? Let's see what they saying. Oh, and my battery's going low. Hold on. My apologies. That's Bath and Body Works. They say they have an additional 20% off of their current sale. So yes, I have more followers on TikTok. Okay, yeah, definitely. Way more followers on TikTok. That's cool. I hadn't really been over there and doing a lot of things, but I think I'm gonna really, not I think. I can't afford not to utilize every avenue available to me to sell these gifts and to get my business name out there. So that is what I'm going to do. I'm going to make the time, make the effort, and actually get this thing moving a little bit more. I can't afford another 2025 selling year. I can tell you that. Um, so, I mean, I can, but I don't want to. Especially when I know the kind of return I can get, the kind of return I was getting my first 2 years. So I can honestly say that the one thing that has changed over all of that time is the amount of inventory I have, the amount of stock I have. Um, I didn't have this at the beginning. I did have a lot of stuff, but it was not basket making stuff. I was clearance shopping, clearance hunter, and that kind of thing. But over the years, I have increased my inventory, how much stuff I've been buying, how much stuff I'm housing. I'm not selling it or donating it as much or as fast as I used to donate it. So I'm having way more stuff, and that has made for a cluttered state of mind, me not being able to visually see the items so that I can select them and drop them into bags and gifts like I have displayed up here on this table. So that is something that, I guess I didn't anticipate that being an issue for me. But now that I'm here and I realize that, I know that's definitely something I have to change going forward. Not that I don't want to have the inventory, but it takes a lot of time and energy to make sure it's organized, make sure it stays clean, dusting it, moving stuff around, rotating through the stock, making sure your oldest things are being used first as opposed to the stuff you're just putting on the shelves. Excuse me. So that takes a lot of energy and mind space, and I think that has pulled away or stifled my creativity and my ability to really design the way I need to. So, and plus, my first year, I was in a 1,500 square foot house with just my baskets. And I left there to come to this workshop, and now I'm down to like 300 square feet. So it made a big difference. I don't have nowhere near as much stuff. More things are packed away. And so that reduces my line of sight, so it makes it harder for me to remember what I have, and also to be able to set up my gifts the way I need to so that I can get the most bang for my buck. So I'm still learning. It's still new to me. Like I say, this is just me completing my third season. Father's Day will be my third year. And I've learned a lot. So it's just applying that stuff, making the corrections that I need to, really evaluating how I got here and what steps I took to get here and which steps I need to take to get myself out of this situation and back to producing on a high volume like I was before. So that's kind of where I am in this whole thing. So it is still fun. I still like it. I think my least favorite part about it was the street sales, for the simple fact that it takes so much for me to get to the streets. Like when you're taking that many gifts out on the street, it takes a lot, you know. Um, so yeah, it's just growing pains. Some things I'm learning along the way. All occasion says, over the summer, I'm going to get more organized and put stuff out there. Yes, ma'am. Miss Katrina says, awesome. I have to update my TikTok shop and use it. Yep, you do. Maria says, after watching your organization video, I am definitely going to rearrange a lot of stuff that I have in drawers and I don't know that I have. So it was very helpful. Maria, I have no idea what you. I'm sorry. I don't even know what organization video you're talking about, but I'm glad it helped you. I hope I'm not taking credit for somebody else's video that you saw thinking it was me. But that's neither here nor there. My memory is not the best, so you have to excuse me. But I'm glad you found something useful. But yeah, our organization is big for me. I have to be organized, and I also have to be able to see my stuff. I didn't know I was this much of a visual person, as I have realized I am over this last year. So now that I know, I gotta fix it and make it work for my advantage. Is it raining? God dog, it is raining out there. And it is, we've been up here 2 hours and 4 minutes. So yeah, I'm gonna have to go back there and figure out what video I had out there. I'm glad you enjoyed the content. And I'll chat at you all later. I'm gonna go ahead and run between these raindrops so that I don't get wet, and get my shred and my tissue papers and my napkins from out there. And I think it was one other thing that I realized I left. Oh, the bag that had the other tapes and stuff in there. So I'll go out there and get that stuff and come back in here and see if I can't quickly get through the rest of these gifts. I want these off of my table, and before I go to bed, I would like to have another couple of sets up here. So it was 4 years ago, and I think it was on your playlist, girl. Yeah, see. That sounds like something I would do. Oh my goodness, that sounds like something I would do. I'm gonna have to go check it out too, because apparently that's what I was saying. You talking about it was 4 years ago that it was an organizational video. Now I have pictures of the gifts that I did, like my first gifts that I went out there selling. I was so proud of, y'all. But I went out there selling them, and I'm like, shoot, the stuff that I'm sitting here struggling trying to do, like make sure I have, one high price item, a second mid price item, and then a couple of inexpensive items, that kind of thing, to round off my cost and stuff, to give them a complete gift without overloading it with just the expensive stuff, which I can do. But I was doing all that year one, so I don't know how in the world I lost that between then and now. But I absolutely lost it, because that's the kind of thing I was in here struggling with over these last couple of days with this Father's Day stuff. Not just throwing everything that is one particular team into a basket and be like, here you go, because the money is not going to, they're not. It's harder to sell them out like that. So yeah, but I was doing it some years ago, and now here it is. I'm not able to. It took me some learning and some. I don't know. I struggled a little bit trying to get that mentality back into my head. So, um, there's that. But yeah, I'm gonna go back and check that out. I want to see what I was doing. Hey, young Vern, welcome to the live. We were just about to head off. I've just been sitting here chatting, running my mouth for these last couple of minutes. I was trying to actually last 10 minutes. I was trying to wait till we had been up here an entire 2 hours, but we have now. So I am done with that. I would still be on here designing with you guys, except for the fact that I have to go outside and get some shred in my bag that has all my napkins in there, my colored napkins, so that I can put stuff over there. And then I'm gonna build out the rest of these baskets and get them off of my table. So I would be designing with you guys, but I am not all the way prepared. So I did as much as I could with the supplies that I have, and now I'm gonna go ahead and get those things so I can finish up in here. So I appreciate you stopping by. If you are just coming in, I invite you to go back and watch the replay. I commented on this so you can see. Thank you, love. I appreciate it. That I can actually go in there and figure out what in the devil I was talking about. I wonder if I actually did that. I don't think I remember doing content about organization. Now, I know one thing that I did do. Um, Actually, I don't think I even put that stuff online. All of the things when we were doing the, what do you call it? The workshop. I don't think I even uploaded any of that kind of stuff. Hey, Monique. Just got home. Sorry I missed the live. You are fine, honey. You are fine. Thank you so much for coming in. Um, I think I just showed you guys this. Oh, and I have low battery, so I got to get off of here anyway. Let's see, how much battery? Not much. Uh, yeah. So this is one of my previous year gifts. I was all enamored with making sure you could actually see all of the stuff. I can tell you right now that the rest of these things that's on these shirt boxes, as you can see, you got words all along the edge. Maybe I'm not studying that no more. I put that stuff on that box, and they gonna know it when they open it up. And like I said, I know this had to be a number of years ago because of how deep everything is sitting inside of this container. Not to mention, this stuff wasn't secured enough because it's rolling all around in this box. And this is what happened last time it went outside. So I'm going to open this up and fix it. What else do I have back here? Oh, yeah, that's interesting. I got a chalkboard thing. I know for a fact I got these from a penny. Heck, I might need to use some of these things my doggone self. I know I have a whole tote full of these things left. But they pennied out, and I used it as a backer, as you can see. I literally wrapped that, and I'm all loud in y'all's ear, but I wrapped that sweatshirt around this backer initially so that it could stand up, but that didn't keep it from standing. I mean, didn't make it stand up. So I ended up sticking this down in there, and that worked awesome. So all this is a roll of chalkboard paper or something like that. Um, and I bought it, like I said, from the Dollar General. So all I did was just shoved it down in the back of there, and now it's a stand so that all of my stuff stands up the way it needs to. Now I do the same thing with candlesticks. So those really big candlesticks that we have, I'll stick a candlestick in the back of there so quick it'll make your head spin. Just so that whatever I have on the front has something to lean up against. So come on, focus. So that's what I did with that. But we're gonna open this up and call it a day. Let's see what else y'all have said. Thank you, Monique. She said she'll watch the replay. Everybody's speaking. You brought a lot of stuff from Dollar Tree and show us how to organize a 12 shelf. You started with flowers, then ribbons, then miscellaneous. What? Girl. Hey, Ashley. Well, I'm glad you found that helpful. Like I said, I'm gonna go back in there and see what in the world I had going on back in the day, and we'll get it figured out because I have no idea. Like I say, I don't be remembering a lot of stuff, honey. Charge it to my what? My mind and not my heart. I don't even know how do you say that, but it's not intentional. Oh, 10% better though. We can get up out of here. I think I need this color red. This red bucket. I have some brighter red. I have some brighter red, but this is pretty cool. This is a different shade than the ones that I have. So what do we have in here? Solar Amber. Take you guys out of there. Let's see, do you have an expiration date on it? Nope. No expiration dates. All of my shreds. Baseball cap. This was a Nivea set with the foot rolly thing, and it also had a foot lotion. So I may stick this in the back of maybe that Cool Ranch chip slippers. I'll put this right there in the back of that and call it a day. And a coffee cup. I still have 2 or 3 cases of these things. If I don't move them and start working them into concepts for this Christmas, this upcoming season, then they are going to be donated before the end of the year. And the reason I dismantled this entire thing is because, like I say, it's so far down, it does not have the height that it deserves. So it's just easier for me to take it all out of here and start from scratch and go from there. But that's what was on the back. You remember those things. And my chalkboard stick. And that's all that's in there. So my battery's low. I'm going to go outside and get the rest of my stuff. I thank you guys for coming in. If you have not, please go ahead and give the video a like or the live a like. If you are a part of the replay gang, I appreciate you coming by and watching the video. And let me know in the comments, did you see the original live or did you come in on the replay? I'd love to know. Here's that. So yeah, let's get the stuff out of here. Let's go find some more stuff. I need to bring that all that True Religion stuff in here, but I can't do it while it's raining. I don't want that stuff to get wet. And I tried to run in here with those other baskets I made earlier and ended up dropping half the stuff out of there. Cases. What kind of cases? I have cases of something. Oh, these coffee cups? Yeah. Yeah. Like I say, you go from 1,500 square feet down to 300 square feet. Yeah. I have a lot of stuff. And I am doing my 1,000 subscriber giveaway after Father's Day. I tried to push it, but it was stressing me out, y'all. So I figured you guys would not want me to be stressed before Father's Day. So I decided I'd wait until after then. But I did want to let you guys know it is coming. We are doing it. I don't know how we're doing it, but it's gonna be done. We're gonna get y'all some cool stuff, and I don't know what the crap I'm gonna do, but it is coming. I have not forgotten, and I thank you for your patience. I appreciate you guys waiting around on me, and yeah, we'll get it done sooner or later. You guys have a great rest of your day. I will see y'all on the next live. Be good, or at least be good at it. And I'll chat at y'all later. Peace and blessings.